Hi guys, and welcome back to our spinner build series. Last time we built this bed across the back of the van, and today we're going to cover it in this coin cell. So let's go ahead and get started. Now we have all of our wood panels cut, we have all of our hardware installed, so everything is set up, but we have the panels out for painting. We're going to be covering it in this gray coin cell, and the wood, it's 1/5 inch plywood. I didn't want to see the wooden edge on it, but it's also too thin of material to really edge band it or do anything like that. So I found a spray paint that's very close to the color of this. So I've painted the back side and the edge with the gray paint. So we're just going to be covering the face with the coin cell. And because the coin cell is expensive, I found this website that allows you to put in the dimensions of the roll that you have. I actually ordered my roll length and width based on the dimensions of all my cutouts. So all of these squares that you see, I fed the software all of the dimensions of the panels I needed to cover in coin cell, and then it figures the best way to orient the panels to have the least amount of waste. And you can also go in and tell it, like give it a kerf of the blade, which is the width, the cutting width of a blade. And I told it 1 inch just to make sure that I had enough overlap between cuts to get it all in. So these are just a small amount of waste that we'll get. So we're going to go ahead and cut these panels out and glue them on and trim them up. I just put the panel down where the cut list optimizer says to cut and put a straight edge down, and I'm just cutting with a regular utility knife with the hooked blade. Now I roughed up the back of the coin cell with some 100 grit sandpaper, and I'm going to be using this Roberts 2310 flooring adhesive on the back. And this was based on the recommendation of a couple people on spinner forums, so you know who you are. Thanks for that. Let's go ahead and spread this out. You do have just a little bit of time to slide it around before it sets itself up. Alright, we waited 24 hours and now the adhesive is dried. So you can see I have it slightly oversized all the way around. And there's some contours in it because I have tracks on my floor that this needs to go around. So now we need to trim this to size. So I'm using a router with a flush trim bit. So this bearing just follows the surface of the wood. And then this is the cutting edge that will cut the floor. So this is my first time using a router, so I'm sure that there's a lot of room for improvement in my technique. Obviously I don't have a routing table or anything fancy, so I'm just clamping this to a workbench and routing one side at a time. So once I wipe away a little bit of the excess glue, then it produces a nice edge. So we'll just continue to do that all the way around. So other than wiping the glue off, there's the final product. So here's that kind of complex curve it had to follow. And cut it perfectly. In places where you need a hole for panel mounting, it's no problem to drill it out. It drills really clean. And when you have something like this is for a 120 volt outlet, I just drill a hole in it, and then I'll hit it with the router and let the bearing on the router follow that surface, just like we did with everything else. We are on Highway 50 in the middle of Nevada. We're headed to Utah for spring break. Little one's asleep back there. Got the open road. Friends behind us. Alright, we're 270 miles. Just over 4 hours in. Had cruise control set at 72 and about 25.2 miles per gallon. That's about right. Alright guys, that's it for now. If you're looking to sleep more than 2 people in your van, hopefully this gives you an idea how you might go about it. And it gave a lot of extra storage too. This is the first trip that we've taken where we don't have stuff just laying all over the floor of the van. Everything has a place now, so it's super nice. Alright guys, thanks for watching.